今、アメリカでは景気後退がすぐそこまで迫ってきています。経済指標が示す危険信号だけじゃありません。日常のちょっとした変化に、あれ、雰囲気が違うぞ、と気づき始めた人が増えています。今回はそんな不景気を感じ始めたアメリカの声を紹介します。
America is heading into a major recession. I've spent the last 3 days talking to my contacts all over the world, including my contacts from Washington when I worked in the Bush administration years ago. And I have some friends at Social Security, pretty high up in Social Security administration, and there's a lot of concerns what's going on with them. People are going to start missing checks, Social Security checks. So I just wanted to put this out as a warning to my friend, because consumer spending is what controls 70% of the economy. And if the government comes out and warns against recession, more people will tighten up and consumer confidence goes down, which actually can be a major cause of the recession. So my point is this: please hold on to your money.
This isn't me trying to fearmonger, this is just me trying to prepare you. The US economy right now is like a Jenga tower with 18 fucking pieces missing. We are one piece pulled out away from everything just toppling down. AI was responsible for 40% of US GDP growth this past year and 80% of US stock growth. And the manufacturing industry has contracted for 7 consecutive months, while every other economic indicator is saying this is as bad as things have been since 2009. Now, when you have a sentence that says the economy is as bad as it's been since 2009, you are fucked. So again, this is not me fear-mongering, this is just me preparing you. Our economy is in a very bad place. If you have a job, hold on to it with everything you have.
Yeah, so forget interest rates. The real recession indicator is the office fridge, okay? Tell me why I went this morning to go put my little burrito in the fridge this morning. The fridge was packed, okay? Oh, that's so small, Desi. No. The fridge used to be empty, okay? I used to have my pick of the litter of where my burrito went. It could be in the top shelf, in the side door, to the left, to the right, or whatever. When I'm telling you I had to make room for my burrito to fit in the fridge today, so you're telling me Dave the big spender, who's ballin', is bringing leftover spaghetti to work? Leftover casserole? Oh, so we're not doing sweet green. We're not doing kava. We're not doing Postmates. No. People are bringing what their wives made them last night. Okay? Recession indicator. And I know, again, you guys might think that's small, but I work in finance. I'm telling you right now, the vibes are off. Okay? I'm telling you, I've seen what I needed to see, and it was the office fridge today. When I tell you the fridge was packed, Tupperware is tight, yeah, I get the vibes right now. It's scary, okay?
A recession is coming very, very soon, and I know this because every single retail store that I have been in over the past month has such an overstock of everything. I've never seen so much clutter in my life. First being Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They have so much stuff from Halloween, which is in 3 days, that hasn't moved. And regardless of the promotions, the clearance, the discounts, people are not shopping. I went to Old Navy yesterday to return something, and they had so many extra racks on wheels that they brought up to put the extra inventory that if the fire marshal went into Old Navy's, they would find them. You couldn't even walk through, truthfully. I had to squeeze between 2 of the racks. I have never seen such overstock before. And historically, when we've had like a dicey economic climate, people still spend money on themselves. They still shop and they still spend money on beauty services, even if they can't afford it because it makes them feel better. This time, I'm telling you, this time is very different. People are not shopping. That stuff is not moving off of the racks. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this affects like Black Friday deals and things like that. And obviously with bigger issues in the world, this is like stuff, right? It has no general importance, but I feel like in the past when we've had rough things going on, people were still buying that stuff. They're not buying it anymore. What do we think is coming next?
These are my true recession indicators. Number 1 is doctors, lawyers and finance professionals becoming lifestyle content creators. Can you imagine like 5 years ago, neurosurgeons and investment bankers posting daily vlogs on TikTok to make some extra cash? Like that would never have happened. Professionals were professionals. They made the big money. They spent their free time spending that money. And now it's just not enough. Number 2 is Beyonce tickets still being on sale. They're not sold out. And you remember how hard it was to get tickets for the I Am World Tour or the Mrs. Carter World Tour. You had to be on the website the second they were released. And even then you were lucky if you got tickets. The Cowboy Carter Tour is literally next month and tickets are still available. I get it, the music doesn't hit quite like it did before, but still. It's Beyonce. Number 3 is the rise of skinny talk. To me, this is recession core. People don't have money to buy good food. People don't have money to go out and fine dine. People don't have money for personal trainers. People don't have money for expensive gym classes. So instead, we see the rise of eating nothing and walking. Like, both are free. It makes sense. How miserable. Next is the rise in child-free champions. Like, people do not want kids anymore. Say what you want, but having money makes having kids 1,000 times easier. Like, being poor with kids must be hell. Child-free by choice equals recession indicator. Next, the one that makes me really sad is the bar for aspirational content is so low. I used to love watching creators just for the aspirational motivation and inspo. I absolutely want to see your designer hauls. I do absolutely want to see your crazy mansion. I absolutely wanted to see your crazy cars. And yes, I wanted to see you in the Maldives. These days, aspirational vlogs are waking up, going to Pilates, getting a matcha and going to M&S. Like, how boring. I want to see luxury and I want to see excess, but recession indicator. And lastly, DIY beauty. The girlies are doing their nails at home, hair at home, laser at home. They are even micro-needling at home. If that's not a recession indicator, I don't know what is. Sad times.
Trump will bring on a recession the second he takes power. You need to understand something. Economic news has not been getting reported the way that it should for the past 3.5 years. We are not okay, and it's about to all be blamed on him. Understand that I support Trump. I voted for Trump. But things are about to sound very scary. We of the American people have not been hearing true economic news. I'll give you an example. In 2022, we had more banks closed as far as the size of them than what happened in 2008, but it didn't get reported that way. Now, when I say we're heading into a recession, a lot of you will say, well, man, things are already bad. Grocery prices are already high. Rent prices are already high. I get that. That's inflation. Trump's a deflationary president, which is why I would say right now, I would not buy a home. I would not buy a car. I would not buy a boat. I would not buy anything. I would wait. Things are going to sound very scary. They already should sound very scary, but they haven't because the news has not been reporting against Bidenomics. They're going to blame it all on Trump. He'll be able to handle it, but it's going to sound scary for a bit. With his deflation, things are going to drop. Home prices are going to drop. Many things are going to drop. We're going to be in a much better scenario. Just understand through that, there's going to be some job loss and some other things that are going to happen. So between now and then, things are going to sound a little bit different. They're going to sound as they should have for the past 3.5 years, and they're going to try to blame it all on him.
Breaking news, as of now, 22 states are in an official recession. This means that for a vast portion of Americans, we are facing economic hardship. So don't let economists and Fox News reporters tell you, we're fine, we're not in a recession, because we are and we have the data to prove it. Recession is often characterized by lack of job opportunities as well as persistent economic hardship lasting more than a few months. Current estimates suggest that 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Many people are struggling to put food on the table each day. States currently in or on the brink of recession include Oregon, Georgia, and Illinois, where I currently live. There has been a significant decline in economic activity in these states that has lasted for more than a few months. The craziest thing is that the District of Columbia, or DC, the capital of the country, is one of the territories that's hit the hardest right now. But why? Largely because of Trump's economic plan and the tariffs. So many politicians are lying to us right now by saying that our economy is the greatest in the world, especially those on the right, and I want you to know right now that no, you're not crazy. Yes, the economy is worse. Yes, it is harder to get a job. And yes, it is because of the person who is in office right now, as well as various other factors. Crazy, and we're only 1 year into his presidency.
アメリカは今、公式には景気後退ではないと言われています。でも、物価だけが高くなり続け、給料は追いつかず、生活の質は目に見えて落ちています。スーパーの棚はいつもより余っていて、オフィスでは外食をやめる人が増え、残り物のお弁当を持ってきている。これが今のリアルです。経済指標では、製造業の縮小が続き、AI 以外の産業は伸び悩んでいます。株価は一部の巨大 IT 企業で持ちこたえているものの、それを好景気と呼んでいいのか疑問の声が上がり始めています。私たちにできることは、現実を直視し、生活を守る準備をすること。あなたはこの問題をどう思いますか？あなたが日々の生活で感じる不況のサインがあれば、ぜひコメント欄で教えてください。最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。